Hi, boys and girls. So we're going to do a paired model, which means I'm going to do a step and then you're going to do a step. So make sure you're following along to listen to the different steps that I'll have you do. All right, our first part here is write the number below in expanded form. So first we need to remember that expanded form is when we're breaking apart each digit by its place value. So we're going to start in the largest place value, which here in my case is the thousands place. Mrs. Andrews is on the left and yours is on the right. So I identified that the 3 is the largest place value and it's in the thousands place. So what I'm going to do first is I'm simply going to write 3,000. That's my first place value. Because I want to make sure that I cross it off, I already did it. I don't need to do that one again, so I crossed it off. What I want you to do is I want you to try. So look at your first place value and then write the value of that entire number. So for example, mine's not just 3, it's actually 3,000. So take a second, go ahead and do that, and then give me a thumb up so I know you're ready to move on. Awesome, thanks for following just that first step and not moving on. So what you should have done is you should have done the first place value, which in your case was, oops, not a 7, it was a 6, and it was in the thousands place. So for your first number, you have 7,000. And now we're gonna go ahead and Mrs. Andrews is gonna look at her next place value. So my next place value is the hundreds place, but I have nothing there. So I can write 0 hundredths, but because I have nothing there, I'm just gonna skip it. Why don't you go ahead and try yours? If you have to pause the video, go for it. Awesome, so in your next step, you also had a 0 in the hundredths place. So you could have put a 0 here, or you could have just left it blank because we know the number 0 is the same as nothing. I'm gonna move on to my next place value, which is the tens place, and I have 5 in the tens place. So 5 tens, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So I'm going to put in a 50 here because that's my next value for my next place value. While I go ahead and do that, you go ahead and do yours for your next place value. When you did your next place value, you were looking at the tens place as well, but you have 8 tens. So we know 8 tens is the same as 80. You could have skip counted or whatever strategy works for you. Don't forget to cross it off so we know we already wrote that place value or that digit. And last, I'm going to go ahead and do mine. So mine is, I have a 7 in the ones place. So I'm going to make sure I add that 7 in the ones place. And then I want to cross it off to make sure that I did all my place values. Originally, they gave us the number in standard form, and we converted or changed it to expanded form. I want you to think of expanding, it's getting bigger. The number, the value is not changing, but how we look at it is getting bigger. So last but not least for you, you should have a 1 in the ones place. And then we cross it off to show that we did it. Great job, guys.